Hey everybody, here we are again with another episode of Pulpit to the Pew. I'm your host, Brother Sean Brumfield, and we're back at it again, and we've got a full crew here today. We got Brother Ryan Brown.
Hey everybody.
And we got Brother Jonathan Mitchell.
How's it going, everyone?
Man, we're back to a full crew.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, ain't it?
Yeah, that's nice.
Feels
like
good.
Like what you guys done with the place. Come back. We got a table to sit our stuff on and everything. Looks nice.
And to be fair, it was just Sean. I didn't help move.
Yeah, okay. I always, when you like listen to Brother Devin for Pod and Me, you always hear Studio 1, Studio 14, Studio 8, Studio 4, and now they're on like Studio 17. I was always like, man, that guy's got a lot of places to record. And now I'm sitting here and I'm like, I bet that he just changes the place around like I do.
Yep.
Yeah, we're on rendition number 200 of Studio 1.
It's been the same studio. Well, actually, technically, this is Studio 2 because we started on the other room. We could call that one Studio 1. Then we moved it to this side of the basement as Studio 2, and then now we're just on this different range.
It's technically Studio 1 3/4 because it'd be Studio 2 if we didn't have the curtain.
And we've recorded at two places at your guys' church in Sharonville too.
That's true.
We recorded in like the smallest little closet, and then we recorded in your guys' ministry building.
That ain't a closet, man. That's a little office.
That's so tiny. Is that your office?
No.
I was about to say that. That's so tiny.
It used to be a Sunday school room.
No way.
Yeah, it did.
Maybe it was bigger than what I thought. We just from my water bottle throwing and all the cases of water. Maybe
No, it's not bigger than what you thought.
No, well, it's bigger than a closet. I mean, let's get that right.
Yeah,
it's become a storage room.
It's more of a utility room.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
I just seen a bunch of random whatnots and stuff, and especially the cases of water.
Okay, first and foremost, we don't have whatnots at the church.
It was guitars and water bottle and cases of water.
Yeah, there's
that
guitar
stuff is stored
amps and
in
speakers and stuff like that. That's stored.
I
in
just
there.
use whatnots as a generic term.
Yeah. So how's your guys' week been so far?
So far, so good. I've missed you guys. It feels like we haven't been together
it's
forever.
been busy, man. Middle of revival. You
Yeah.
know, it was crazy.
Man,
guys-
Revival was outstanding
Yeah,
too.
it was amazing.
I was going to ask you guys because I've been watching some of the like showcases. You guys do post good shorts and everything too on your YouTube page. I always think that's really cool how you guys do that.
So I would love to take credit for all of that, but I got to give the due and the credit to who's worthy of it, and that goes to Sister Regina. She does an outstanding job. I get compliments all the time on how our Facebook page is and the reels and all that stuff.
Did you guys stop streaming it on Facebook, and is it exclusively on YouTube now for your guys's?
Yeah, so the app that they used to be able to stream simultaneously on Facebook Live and YouTube. But for whatever reason, the settings or something got changed and it got kicked out of Facebook Live.
Okay.
And I kind of like it better that way, to be honest with you. And the reason being is because you could still watch the service. You might not watch the live off of Facebook, but you can still get the link to YouTube. But what I like about it is if you watch the YouTube live, it cuts out all the, hi, I'm here, hi, I'm watching, oh, hey, how you doing, and all that conversation that was going back and forth on Facebook Live. But yeah, Sister Regina does an outstanding job. So Sister Regina, shout out to you. Thank you for all that you do.
She's had a lot of them go viral.
Mainly the ones that you're dancing in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
I was
true,
about to
too.
say the funniest one I saw was you in like it was like a baby blue suit or something, and you were in front of the church dancing, like you were sticking your hand out.
He was shaking hands. He wasn't dancing.
I was major
Looked like he
Matt
was
Foley
dancing.
vibes going on with that one there.
Yeah, which is what a lot of comments show.
Like, how did they get him to sponsor this? Like, what in the
That's
world?
awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, brother Cordell was with us in Revival, and we had a soul get saved through the week. And
Oh, that's
man,
awesome. I
Yeah,
didn't know
it
that.
was awesome.
Yeah, presence of God was strong.
That's amazing. And meanwhile, the presence of destruction has been at my house. We had to get carpet laid in 2 of the bedrooms, and Huber homes aren't very big, and the carpet people didn't want to move the furniture. So that all had to be done, and they were coming on a Friday morning, and I'm at work, so I had to move it all on Thursday. And well, actually, it started Monday because Connor's room which is my son. I have a little dog that has the reason why we had to get new carpet has used the restroom in there to where you couldn't even walk in there without it stinking so bad. So we went ahead and had them pull Connor's room up. So Connor's room was literally in our living room from Monday to yesterday, which is Friday. And basically my house was a disaster. I'm pretty OCD, and it was just absolutely brutal, but we got through it, and I was able to watch some of your church services, which helped me get through some of the pain I was going through.
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, it's so far this year, it's been, it's been a revival that has really done good, which we've had 2 good revivals this year. Brother Pasquarello was with us with the one. We were able to interview him. That revival was outstanding. This revival, it just seems like the Lord's really...
3. Yeah, you guys have had a revival.
We had the weekend revival, and that did good too. We had a good time with that, a little youth rally, stuff to that nature. So it's been good. I guess for whatever reason, the pastor decided to schedule everything at the first of the year.
We're on fire for God, buddy.
And you got Youth Fire coming up?
Well, we got Come Alive in 25. Ain't that what everybody's saying?
Yeah, that's what they say. Come Alive in 25.
I'm excited. Unfortunately, I won't get to go to the Youth Fire conference with you guys, but I'm excited to see what content you guys put out there while you guys are out there. I'm going to be listening in, getting all the updates.
Dude, we're going to be sipping coffee on the deck of our cabin.
Yeah. We'll be going out there and watching them black bears go by and reflecting on what happened in the services.
Yeah.
That'll be fun. You guys, that'll be a good listen to tune into for me because I won't get to be there. So I get to hear the perspective of 2 of my best friends.
Oh, man. Yeah. We're going to have reflect on those episodes the day after each service.
Yeah.
Is when those will go live.
That's the goal. So I wasn't able to be on the last podcast.
Which was pure chaos.
And I got to listen to it. And I got a couple questions. And the first one being, and I don't know if you ever remember making a statement or not, Brother Jonathan, but I have to ask, you do know the story of Noah, right? In the ark?
I'm going to be 100%. I almost said it. To be fair,
I'm going to be 100% honest versus some of the times.
So, look, believe it or not, I've never studied the story of Noah out until this podcast earlier this year when we were recording, when we first started. You guys brought up the fact that there wasn't 2 of every animal on Noah's Ark, and I like you, I'd never really studied it out, and when I've referenced it, I just do the part where it talks about the 2x2 or whatever, and then I read it for myself, and now I realize that everything I know is a lie, and that there was more than 2 of every animal on Noah's Ark.
So the reason why I was asking is because you made a statement.
Oh no!
When it was referenced that Ken Ham, if you go to the ark that he created there in Kentucky, it was referenced that he put dinosaurs on the ark. And you made a statement that, man, that had to be a really big ark.
It had to be.
Yeah, but even if dinosaurs wasn't on the ark, if you didn't fall in line with that, 7 of every clean animal and 2 of every dirty animal, plus the 3 boys and their wives, plus Noah and his wife, plus all the food and all the storage and all of that.
And all that good stuff.
It was a big ark before you ever discussed dinosaurs.
I know it was big because the dimensions and everything are massive, because you can read about that in the Bible as well. But to be honest, I don't remember saying that.
You did.
I probably did.
I
that
laughed.
does sound like something I would say. And I probably said it partially serious, but also partially in jest.
Well, probably was you were listening, not listening. And then the whole idea that there were dinosaurs on there was like mind blowing. And you were like, that's a big boat.
That's probably what it was.
Yeah, it was, man. It was a big boat.
But I always listen when you guys talk. But sometimes my brain... Sometimes I'm too, my brain fires off through my mouth too quickly. That's pretty apparent through this podcast. I think I'm learning more and more that my mouth spouts off really quickly before my brain has time to catch that. Going back to when, the Christmas story is in Luke 15 instead of Luke 2. So my brain my mouth opens before my brain, which only happens in casual conversation. I'm usually pretty calculated about how I speak. But when I get around you guys bring out the worst in me.
I speak good words.
My speech is amazing.
Whatever, ambulance.
So I do have.
No, it was Appalachia and Drake last week.
You guys are killing me.
No, that was what I said.
I know you guys are killing me because you got Brother Ryan that says ambulance, and which I'm getting more and more people saying that he's right about poinsettia. I've had people say, I work in landscaping, it is poinsettia. And I'm like, no, it's poinsettia. I don't care what anybody
Who's
tells me.
putting those in their yard?
Well, people decorate with them. They might not plant them, but they'll decorate with them, even outside.
So it's poinsettia to me.
That's
so.
the one flower that my mom never could kill when I was growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had one that that stayed in the garage and lived for probably 2 years.
Are you sure it wasn't fake?
No, I promise it wasn't fake because she even
He's
made
being honest.
Yeah, she made the
100% off.
Genuinely.
not even 99 and a half. I'm being 100%.
99 and a half won't do.
That 0.5% means a lot.
It does.
So I got something to admit to you guys.
Oh, no.
Why I wasn't here on the last podcast. I was invited to go on a hunt. I got to go on a Bigfoot hunt. And it's just weird that you guys happen to go off on these, wear your tinfoil cap type conversations while I was gone.
It was ordained.
But yeah, and so Jonathan, I brought you back something, buddy, to help you prove that Sasquatch exists. Okay, and so these are gifts. If you hear this rustling,
Is it?
I found Bigfoot. And it's crazy because if you don't believe he exists, just go to any gas station and look at these little red packages called Jack Links.
Did you really buy those for us?
Yeah.
I love Jack.
So one is
I love jerky.
one is jalapeno. And one is original. So I don't think you can find them in the wild anymore because they're all wrapped up in these little preserved packages with spices and everything.
Feed your wild side. That is so great.
Yeah.
Right there. They
So-
even named it. There's one called Jalapeno.
Yeah. So I just wanted to make sure that I was being 100% honest with the viewing.
So you
viewing
believe
audience.
in Bigfoot too? Cool. I'm not alone.
Absolutely not. I do not believe in Bigfoot
He believes in
whatsoever.
a processed Bigfoot.
Okay, so I'll give you my 2 cents on that one because I wasn't here to be able to talk about this with the whole Bigfoot thing. There's a reason why legends exist, and that's just it is what it is. There's a reason why legends exist. But have you ever noticed that in all those quote unquote mythical creatures that people hunt, they're always only ever seen at night?
No, because if you go on YouTube, you can look at the Bigfoot stuff, and it's all in daylight.
Yeah, it's statues.
No,
Because
you
the only
see 'em
time you're ever
moving.
going to see the statues is during the day. But when they go Bigfoot hunting and they have posts of these
'Cause they're
Bigfoots on
nocturnal.
trail cans and all that stuff, yeah, you can sit at night in a dark area, in a wooded area, and you can look between trees and you can see whatever in the world your mind tells you
and it's
it
always
is.
two guys, Merle and Earl, sitting there in the corner. You're like, Merle, turn off your flashlight.
in Appalachia, or what'd you say? How did you say it last week?
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
There's no way.
Merle and Earl are from Appalachia, okay? That is 100% guaranteed.
I'm sure there is.
If you find Merle and Earl in the Himalayas, oh boy got lost.
Or Alabama. No offense to our Alabama listeners.
But
But no.
Turn your flashlight off in the background here. Na, 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 na.
So no, I don't believe that they exist. There's no way in the world that you're not seeing them today with the loss of forestation, with the billions and billions of people that traverse this world. There's no way in the world you're not finding them or clues of them. or fossils of them outside of what's packaged in these Jack Links little jerky bags. I can't. I'm sorry. There's no
fine.
way.
Whatever. I'll be on an island. It's fine.
So,
I'm just kidding. I actually don't think they're real either.
So
Wait,
the other.
wait.
I don't think they're real.
Bring it back. Bring it back here for a minute.
I
When we
said.
started, wait. We started out last episode going, I think he's real. Towards the end of it, I don't know if he's real, but I
really-
believe he existed at one time.
I really want to believe he's real.
Yeah, and then we
That's
closed
me.
it, and he said, well, "That's what he's saying. That is exactly what you said. I just really want there to be a Bigfoot." And now you're going, "I don't think it's real."
Look, at the end of the day, in all certainty, we don't know. He could have existed at some point, but he doesn't exist now. Okay, there, I said it. You got me on record. He doesn't exist now. He may have never existed, but I can hope that one day that there was a Bigfoot that
How
existed.
do you know? You don't go to the Waffle House.
I don't think he. What do you mean? There's a picture on our Facebook page with me eating at Waffle House. What are you talking about?
Oh man, I love you, Jonathan.
I love you too, Ryan.
I just had to.
The thing is like so before we started recording, he said I had some stuff to say and he wouldn't tell me. I was like, what do you have to say so I can be prepared? He's like, no, your best reaction is the genuine one. So basically what my genuine reaction would be wheezing, uncontrollably laughing. And literally, well, they can't see it on, I had tears forming in my eyes there for a split second, but the Jack Links beef jerky is the funniest thing in the world to me. I don't know why. That struck a chord.
Yeah, so we'll get to enjoy some jalapeno beef jerky and some original beef.
I've never
jerky.
had the jalapeno one.
I haven't either, but I like jalapeno flavored stuff.
I like spicy.
So
I
got okay. Not to bash on you anymore, but did you really have to ask where the Loch Ness monster?
I think it's in
Was-
North Dakota, which I also don't think exists.
This is getting worse. Why do you got to provoke him like this?
The Loch Ness monster in North Dakota.
They don't either. Neither one of them exist. I'm
There's
convinced.
no okay. The Loch Ness monster was named from the lake.
I know. I have a character to play. I'm a caricature of myself on this podcast.
And the lake is called Loch Ness.
I know.
Hence Loch Ness monster.
Why do you think they come up with these? Where do you think they come up
know
with
it.
these legends?
You know it now.
I knew it before. Now, if you asked me where Lake Loch Ness is, I couldn't tell
It's
you.
in Scotland.
That's what I thought. I knew it was over in Europe, but I didn't know where. So
I believe any of these legends. I believe people see something and your mind plays games.
I guess my biggest look. Okay, I'm not doing this again. We can move on quickly.
Oh, we are already in it.
To be fair, though, my thing with legends in general is how does something like gain traction, right? How does something gain legs and gain? I mean, these legends, whether it be Bigfoot or the Loch Ness, have been around for centuries.
Yeah.
and they've never existed, right?
You tell this story.
But how does it pass from Scotland to Dayton, Ohio? How did we get here?
Manufactured pictures,
YouTube.
YouTube,
Before
AI.
YouTube. These legends were passed down
Yeah.
before the internet.
All you got to do is just tell a couple people and it takes traction. It doesn't take long to get a story started.
Like I said, it was a family tradition that was passed on and on and on and on and on and now.
Where did you get this stew? The best stew I've ever had. Bigfoot.
It's Bigfoot meat.
What kind of
Bigfoot
what kind
chili.
of fish tacos are we eating? This is the Loch Ness.
Okay, fair. I guess you can convince.
Now
people
I
of
will
anything.
say that I can believe the Loch Ness, and I can believe people think they see Bigfoot. I can believe the thoughts of it because if you're out at night in the woods, I don't care how brave you are, you're out of your element. Especially if you can't see, it causes anxiety.
your mind, your eyes.
Darkness, even people who are not afraid of the darkness causes your mind to think, it causes your mind to race. And if you are on guard, vigilant, waiting for something to come out at you, the little twig snap, the littlest of any breathing or anything like that can cause your mind to go 500,000 miles an
The
hour.
mind is crazy.
It'll play with you.
It can play tricks on
And
you.
if you're out on a boat and you see a fish come out on the water and you see this big ripple, catfish, whales, there's big fish out there.
Absolutely.
And you see things come up out of the water, and if it comes up
Even
more
water
than one
snakes.
time,
There are water snakes.
yeah, it looks like a huge animal. I can see your mind playing with it.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that I believe that the legends existed. I do believe that something started the legend.
My biggest thing is if something has this kind of traction, if it's been so long.
That's because people want it to be real.
Well, here's the thing. I have never, ever seen a water snake and thought, oh, there's Nellie.
Nessie.
It's,
Is it Nessie?
Nelly. Who's Nelly?
I don't know.
Here's Nellie. That's the cousin to Nessie. It's not so. It's
that's
not
the-
as big.
That's the one that's in North Dakota.
The one
that one.
Nellie.
That
Yeah.
one's in Lake Nellie, not Loch Ness. It's in Lake Nellie in North Dakota.
Imagine there is actually a Lake Nellie located in North Dakota. I would say North Carolina.
Oh,
North
man.
Dakota.
Breaking news. Sean
man.
Brumfield has just solved it.
Shoo, buddy.
Oh man. I really have like 3 brain cells, and they always work against me actively. It's funny. I love you guys, even though you're mean to me.
You give us ammo. I mean, I'm giving you
That's
ammo
the point.
tonight.
I am a content machine. Just turn the mic on and let me go, and I'll say something stupid.
Not as stupid as trying to find Nellie or
he was
traking Bigfoot or the Yeti in Appalachia.
That's true. I can't believe that's just thinking about that episode. Where was our heads at for that? That was just a random. It was a good one. I mean, I enjoyed it, but it was insane. But it's funny.
So moving on. Crazy news story. We did this a little bit ago, and I like looking these up because some of these stories don't make the light of day. You can actually look up oddities and crazy news stories. And I found one that I thought was absolutely hilarious. And this news story, we got it off of the AP News, or I got it off the AP News. And it is this. A thief swiped a golden toilet from an English palace, and he was convicted of the theft along with an accomplice who helped cash in on the spoils of the 18-karat work of art insured for nearly £5 million, which works up to be about $6 million American. This was a fully functioning, one-of-a-kind latrine, and it was gold, and it was a piece of art, and it was in, I believe it was in Churchill's mansion that he lived in when Winston Churchill was alive. I believe it was in his mansion, and you can stay there. It's called Blenheim Palace. They said that he did reconnaissance at this palace, this country mansion where British wartime leader Winston Churchill was born. So that's where this toilet was from. And he described the experience because he used the toilet.
So after he stole it.
No, he used it before he stole it. He was reconnaissancing this golden toilet in this mansion where Winston Churchill was born. And he described the experience as splendid. So he comes back after this splendid experience of using this golden toilet with it's hard to get through this story, it really is, with a sledgehammer and crowbars. And he steals.
So he broke it.
He steals a toilet. Now, I'm not a thief. I don't look at
Generally?
things. Yeah, generally speaking, I don't steal
100%
things.
honestly, you're not?
100% honestly, I don't steal things. But
Okay.
if I was going to try to steal something and get away with it, it's not going to be a toilet.
No, there's no way.
There's no way. And
That's
so
a nice toilet.
here's the thing. So The thing says that him and at least 2 other men armed with sledgehammers and crowbars smashed a window and pried the toilet from its plumbing within 5 minutes, leaving a damaging flood in their wake as they escaped in stolen vehicles. And so here's their response. This was an audacious raid which had been carefully planned and executed, prosecutor Sean Saunders said, but those responsible were not careful enough, leaving a trail of evidence in the form of forensics, CCTV footage, and phone data. These guys break into this mansion or go into this bathroom, steal a toilet, and with what I think is some of the best wording ever, leaves a trail
Forensic evidence.
of evidence on camera with phone data. Now, they did cut up the toilet, and they basically distributed it and got their money off of it. The toilet's gone. There's no replacing the toilet.
But wait, hold on. The selling point of the toilet wasn't that he sat on it, and it was what? What was his description?
Splendid.
Splendid.
Here's the
That
last
guy dreamed about it.
Here's the last sentence.
He sat on that toilet and dreamed about it.
Here's the last sentence of this news article. The purloined potty has never been recovered, but is believed to have been cut up and sold.
So you guys were saying that you wouldn't steal a golden toilet.
No, I wouldn't steal a golden toilet.
I might try and steal a golden toilet.
You know, I really don't doubt that. Not in the least. I
How
doubt that.
cool would that be? You sit on a golden toilet.
Okay,
like, hold on.
using a golden toilet is completely different from stealing a golden
Well,
toilet.
I think
If
it's
you leave in the hallway like, I got a golden toilet. I got a golden toilet.
See, this my problem with the article is the fact that they broke up the golden toilet and sold it.
Well, what else are you going to do with it?
He
Put it
said it was
outside
a
for yard art?
splendid. He said it was a splendid experience. So why not put it in your own bathroom so you can relive the splendid experience?
I stole a golden toilet, and there's never going to be any evidence that I took it. So I'm going to plant flowers and use it as yard art in my front yard.
Who's Merlin Earl?
No, that is insane to me. That there is a solid goal worth, and it was worth. You said $6 million US
dollars. It was insured for $6 million.
The fact that somebody would $6 million dollars.
They Hansel and Gretel that thing and left little turd nuggets.
Dude,
on the
I'm
ground,
telling you
like
that.
breadcrumbs for them to come back.
the wording that they used, it was an audacious raid that they thoughtfully planned and executed. But it was so thoughtfully planned and executed that they left a trail. They were on camera and they had phone data. So
what do you mean by phone data? What is that? Does that mean they were
I'm
using your
assuming
phone?
text messages and pictures and all that stuff. That's the only thing that I can think of because it doesn't really go into specifics of what phone data is. But I would assume it's phone conversations, text messages, and
They
pictures.
left forensic.
Yo, Earl, you'll never guess what I just snatched up.
Is that a golden turlet?
It was a splendid experience. I had to get it again. That is, wow. And they think that doesn't sound like something that would happen in the UK because when I think of UK, I think of like prim and proper just because of how they talk. That sounds like something that would happen in the United States. Like a United States citizen would go to the efforts of stealing a golden toilet. But that just is forensic evidence, a trail of forensic evidence. So you know that it's bathroom stuff coming out. So that just makes me think of how much they stunk. How much as they were pulling the toilet.
Well, I mean, it doesn't say that the toilet had stuff in it when they used it, but
what else
they
is
didn't
forensic
shut the
evidence?
water
Water?
down or anything. Yeah. They flooded the bathroom
But that's
and there's water in the toilet
I know that part, but I'm saying
and they broke the window.
I don't think
to
there's
throw
anything
it out.
forensic about toilet water. When I think of forensic, I think of DNA like
Toilet water will hold DNA.
Yeah. A lot of people's DNA.
I don't
Anybody
know.
that
Probably not
anybody
that many,
had
though.
that
To be
splendid
fair,
experience.
to stay in that mansion, to be fair, is probably fewer than you think. Because if that's an experience you could pay for to do,
Well, you can't no more.
yeah, it's because it's
The
gone.
purloin potty has not been recovered.
It was broken. Those jerks.
Yeah.
Why? Are you wanting to experience a
Yeah,
golden toilet?
he's working on getting his passport right now.
Well, now I can't. I've never been on an airplane, and I'm scared to go flying. But I think I would do that. I think I would go on an airplane for that, just to go over to the UK, see if I can do it. That'd be cool. No, I'm just kidding. But that is sad that they destroyed a golden toilet, jerks.
Dude, he's so hurt right now.
My imagination as I was reading this article kind of got the better of me, because I'm sitting here like picturing, when you have theft and you talk about theft and you're looking for things to take, you put it under your shirt, put it in a coat pocket, put it in your pocket or something. So like I'm picturing these guys coming
Like
in.
the Jacquelines that you had.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Well, I had to make sure that Jonathan didn't see that stuff. And I bought those legally from the gas station. But like when I first read that, the headline alone said man convicted for stealing a golden toilet or whatever it was. How in the world do you smuggle something like that out?
Through a broken window.
Yeah, well now obviously, but my imagination, most bathrooms don't have huge toilets or huge windows that you could throw a toilet out of.
It's very true.
In this area, in fact, bathrooms, if they have a fan in them, they don't have to have a window.
Let me ask you, would you guys use a golden toilet?
Absolutely.
Just to be able to say that I did.
But I'm not upset that somebody busted one up.
Well, I mean, to say I'm upset is a strong word.
Dude, you're crying. I see the tears.
It is there. Never mind. I'm super sad. I'm super sad about the golden toilet being destroyed. No, I just think I don't know. That's sad though that they broke a golden toilet. But I guarantee it's not the only golden toilet in the world.
Is it?
How can you guarantee something like that?
I guarantee in like Dubai they have golden toilets everywhere. Just because that sounds like something they would have.
Okay, I have to ask you, what in the word of Dubai makes you think of golden toilets?
It's rich. The city.
Really? You don't think Dubai and you don't think of high dollar money?
Dubai is like
Dubai's like one of the richest
It's in-
portions of the world.
Yeah,
Really?
It is high society of high society. They're like talking about building. I seen this thing somewhere in the Saudis in that area where they're trying to build like a trench of a city that's connected in a trench, and it's all futuristic. Like that's in Dubai. They're like top of the
They
line.
are making their own islands and putting resorts on them. How in the world they got this much sand and stuff to put a random island in the middle of the ocean and like forming them to where like they'll look like other countries and stuff, like miniature versions of these countries, and like you go to each different part of those islands and it really is looking like another portion of the way that country
That's
would
pretty
be
cool.
reflected.
Yeah, Dubai is like insanely wealthy, like insane. It's
That's where like you see all the like, what are they called, sheiks or whatever and stuff like that. Like they're all those guys are like all dressed in white and like have like the long white like headdresses and stuff.
the princes,
And
like when
princes
you
and
say
stuff,
like
yeah.
Saudi princes, like the Saudi Arabian princes and all that oil and the rich families in the Saudis, it's all stationed in Dubai.
Yeah. That's how they get the monies from the oil.
Yeah.
And selling golden plated. Actually, that toilet was made by an Italian artist, and he created it because of how absurd it was, and he called it America. That was the title of the toilet.
The gold.
Wow.
of the
The
display
plot
piece.
thickens.
Yeah, that was the display piece. So, but yeah, that's the odd news story of the day.
That is such a weird. That is. Where did you? So let me ask you a question, because this is the second random news story. Do you just actively seek them out, or?
Yeah, I don't read stuff that's relevant to this day.
I love that. That's why you and me get along so good.
You go to his bathroom, he's got a book of 50,000 useless facts sitting there
Actually,
underneath his towel.
I at one time had a book that said the useless laws. Like one of them is you can't tie your pet alligator to a telephone pole or something like that.
I know there's one in Ohio, like you can't shoot a whale from the highway.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even kidding. That's I don't know if that's. I think that's Ohio. There's a website you can go to called Stupid Laws, and you can literally go to every state in all the 50 states, and they have all the stupid laws for that
That,
state.
yeah, I don't doubt that one bit.
There's one. It's a state in the South. I'm not going to say it. There's like you can legally beat your wife on the courthouse steps. Like you can, as long as it's on a Sunday, on the courthouse steps, you can legally beat your wife. Like it's just that stuff is crazy, and it's still active. I don't think anybody does it. I feel like that would be something that would get you in trouble pretty quick. But that's a law. That is a law. You can look it up.
There is a part of me that wants to, if it is an alligator or whatever it is, there's a part of to wishes.
I thought he was about to say, "I want to."
No.
I
I
would beat my wife.
Not at all.
I think, aren't you and Sister Becca going to Alabama? No,
If there's a part of me, there is a part of me that wishes that I had a pet alligator so I could tie it up to a telephone pole just to see if I get a ticket.
It'd be scary to have a pet alligator, though.
I don't do alligators.
Well, me neither.
I don't think.
I'm just saying.
I think that's a
no
pretty
way.
safe assumption. I've seen people with pet tigers and pet lions, and I've never heard of anybody with a pet alligator.
Those people in northern Dayton, man, they're walking around with some.
I'm talking about like Mike Tyson. I
You've never heard of anybody saying that they have a pet alligator?
don't think so.
The whole thing of alligators in the sewers was because people had them for pets and they get too big and they'd let them go.
We're in the river. Don't
I-
go swimming in the Ohio River.
I remember being a kid and there was a place called Jeff's Pet Shop in Columbus, and you could go and buy an alligator there. Had the alligator like it was not a full size one. It was
Miniature alligator.
no, I mean like it wasn't grown. It was a baby alligator, and you could reach in and pet it and stuff.
Man, I remember as a kid that you could go to Tractor Supply and buy chicken.
You still
You
can do
can
that.
still
You can still do that
That's what he's saying.
at Rural King. You can go to.
You can do it at Tractor Supply too.
I don't know any Tractor Supply. There's a Rural King by my house, but I don't know.
I was
any.
playing with my wife because we pass up one when she goes to work every morning, and it says Chick Days are now or something like that. And so I'm driving by, I'm like, man, I wonder what kind of chicks they have.
Oh my word.
She's like, you're stupid.
That's great. That is great.
That's when you're like, I'm going to Alabama, baby.
But we're not going to Alabama though.
I'm talking about where you could beat your wife on the.
I definitely think it's Arkansas. By the way,
Is it Arkansas?
I think it's Arkansas. Hold on.
You said the South.
What do you-
Arkansas is not the South.
how do you figure?
Arkansas is Midwest.
I think
dude.
Arkansas is the South.
When you talk about deep South, you talk about Georgia and Alabama,
Son, when I think South, I'm thinking Civil War.
Texas.
Yeah. No, well,
Texas was considered South just because.
well
of-
it's a southern state, but I don't think of the South as Texas.
But no, Oklahoma, Arkansas, and all that—they're the Midwest.
Arkansas. So this is okay. So I'm wrong. It is so here's some of the stupid laws just to kind of give you some reference. In Arkansas specifically, a law provides that school teachers who bob their hair will not get a raise. Alligators may not be kept in bathtubs. Arkansas must be pronounced as Arkansas. In Arkansas, it is illegal to buy or sell blue light bulbs.
Dude, I didn't know that I was breaking the law when I was playing around and calling it Arkansas.
So wait, hold on.
Which we better not put that on the.
Is there a pronunciation for Arkansas in there?
Yes, it is spelled that Arkansaw, Arkansas, Arkansas. Let's go to Ohio and then we can move off of this. But this is also very funny. Ohio. Wow, there's a lot of them. According to Ohio law, it is against the law to kill a housefly within 160 feet of a church without a license.
Wait, whoa. Are you serious?
That's it.
Dude, I broke the law so many times.
I want to buy a license for fly killing now, just to say I got one.
Bay Village. So this is Bay Village. It is illegal to walk a cow down Lake Road. In Cleveland, it is illegal to catch mice without a hunting license. Clinton County, any person who leans against a public building will be subject to fines. In Chillicothe, Ohio, it is illegal to throw rice at weddings.
Okay. Let's
Well,
save some of those for later, and actually, we might actually have to make a segment.
We're gonna
out of
have
this,
to. We're gonna have to
'cause
make a segment out of silly
There's
laws. Let's hold.
so many things.
Oh, dude, it's
Yeah. So let's hold off on that. Coming soon to
Yeah.
a podcast near you.
He just gave up 4 weeks worth of content right there.
dude.
Oh man.
These are so stupid.
All right.
All right, so we're going to introduce a new segment we're trying to do. So,
You're cutting. You're
You're
going
going
too
out of order
fast,
here.
man.
what's the next thing?
We talked about this.
We straight up went over it.
Oh, is it the news story and then the word of the day?
No.
No, we've already done a news story.
So what's next?
What goes in between a news story and a word of the day?
An ad.
Ah,
Are we editing this out?
no,
Not now.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I got started reading stupid. I
Oh,
started
man.
reading stupid laws.
This is why you don't take the time to write anything out.
I don't see it in front of me. If I had it in front of me,
I don't have it in front of me either.
well, you're intelligent. You're an intelligent man. I'm the one that believes in Bigfoot. So, like, obviously, my
Wait. At the beginning, you said
that was the joke.
Bro, he put out. I don't believe it. And I was like,
This podcast is turning into a dumpster fire.
he said, now you're talking to a guy who believes in Bigfoot. Like, dude,
That was the joke.
you know what? That is what
I'm
the scripture
the joke.
talks about. Falling around every doctrine, but blown by wind. You know,
It is. I am the joke. It's
definition
okay.
of wishy-washy.
It is the joke. It is okay.
Dude, I got tears.
Dude, you want to know how I can believe that North Dakota's not? Hold on. It's an alphabetical. Oh, there is a loss. I looked at South Dakota and there's one, but there was no North Dakota by it. So I was thinking that's how I know North Dakota doesn't exist because it's not, but it's in alphabetical order and obviously N comes before S. So I'm just continue with what you're doing. I'm
How'd
in my
you
own
get to
little
South
world.
Dakota before North Dakota?
I'm scrolling down.
Hey, we got to move on, man. We're going to get stuck in the
This
trap
is
here.
rough, man.
I'm a black hole.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Watch out, Satan, cause I've got God on my side. Hey there, I am Tyler Timothy Whiteson, sub-assistant intern pastor to the 4th Reserve Pastor. Do you need a spiritual rejuvenation? A spontaneous spiral into the spirit of salvation? Then you, brother or sister, need to come down the 5 Bob Church, the beautiful, bountiful, Bible-believing believers of Bondsville Church. I promise you we've got everything you'll ever need once spiritually and eternally. We've got thoughts and prayers, it might work if we're lucky. Salvation, it's a once and done deal, just don't ask for scripture, our pastors are confused enough. The beyond an offering plate, because money is evil. So give it to us. Bible study. It's mostly just reading self-help books. And my favorite, throwing stones at people we don't like. So, if you need a closer connection with God, come down to one of our morning services starting Monday through Sunday at 9 a.m., 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, 10 a.m. We hope to see you there by offering time.
5 Bob Church, guys.
I think I'm going to go there strictly for the fact I can throw stones at people I don't like, aka you guys.
I will say, Bigfoot tastes pretty good.
Yeah,
Yep.
this jalapeno one is good.
And I
Oh,
mean,
man.
we're not even going to talk about the advertisement. Push it off this. Bigfoot is just so great.
What else does this podcast revolve around other than food? We talk about food all the time, and you got food in front of us. Brother Ryan opened them up, but that was really good.
Yeah.
I can actually taste the jalapeno in it. It's just not burning me up.
You can't put food in front of me without me opening the package.
But I'm just saying, I will go to that church so I can throw stones at you guys.
Bring it on.
I love that.
Their
Monday-
service times are great. 9 o'clock, 9:15, 9:30, 9:45, and 10.
They get it done.
Turnovers real quick.
Come in, pass your money to the evil offering plate. And
That's what I love. Money's the root of all evil, so give it to us.
That's a genius marketing strategy.
oh, man.
That's genius.
I don't know. There's something off about the guy's voice.
I got yeah. Well, I got to tell you, talk about it being marketing. You think Brother Pasquarello would approve of that?
Probably not.
Probably not. No.
Probably not. I can't. It's so the AI voice is throwing me off. I'll be honest.
I think it adds to it.
It's funny
it's great.
because how it distorts it is hilarious. That was, but no, definitely, I would attend just so I could throw stones at you guys. 100%.
Well, now
Now we can do the okay.
Yeah, so nobody knows this. If you don't know, we've got this new segment that Jonathan hasn't already announced about 5 different times.
He's so excited. Word of the day.
Word of the day.
All right, guys, I found this word here, and I want to see if you guys can give me a what you think it means. Okay,
And that's the premise of the game.
and you're gonna have to bear with me because
Is
Is
it that the premise of the game? I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Jonathan, besides being a banker, his second job is that
quoting the obvious.
he is so good at giving disclaimers that he's a legal disclaimer.
Okay, so bear with me because this is a very, very, very long word, and you guys know my use of the English language. So it's hippopotomonstrossequipedaliophobia.
Scared of hippopotamuses.
Yeah.
Hippopotamus.
Okay, say it one more time.
Okay, hold on.
Dude, he gave his all just to get that.
That's the point.
Hippopotamonstrossequipedaliophobia.
You want me to do it slower?
One more time, please.
Hippopotamonstrossequipedaliophobia.
What is this?
That was slow.
Okay.
What do you think it is?
Afraid of a hippopotamus on its menstrual cycle.
That's what I was going for.
Is that really your guys' final
That is
guess?
based on the slow version of that word.
Dude, we're going to lose our female audience. So quick.
Okay, so that word is a fear of long words.
So people.
You know what I'm so scared of big words. What's the diagnosis? Hippopotamus.
What is it? Okay, this is the part of the set. This is the part of this section. Why? Why is that a word? And why is
The guy who came up with that word was like, boo.
when he introduced, he went to Merriam-Webster or or whatever dictionary that he got it like authenticated or whatever. He's like, look, guys, call me crazy, but I know there's people with a fear of really big words, like they're terrified. And I guarantee his first subject was Brother Ryan Brown because he knew how hard it would be to pronounce it. He said, but look, here's the kicker. It's a super long word that they're afraid to pronounce, so they can't even say it. That guy is evil, and I appreciate it.
So here's the deal, and you can, and
were
brother Sean can speak to this. I don't get afraid of long words. Whether I say them right or not, I will still say them.
This is true. He's very courageous in trying to find new words,
That's
whether they're butchered or not.
Can you let me see? Can I see the word?
Yeah.
Because I want to know if I you've played it slow for me.
That's it broken down.
Goodness gracious. Hippopotamonstrossequipedaliophobia. How many letters are in this word?
A lot.
I'm going to count them.
Okay.
You guys continue with your conversation while I count these.
You ask Google, I'm sure she'll tell you. But the thing is,
I don't
you
want to
gotta
try and
repeat the
pronounce it. Yeah,
word.
I'm not doing it. No, absolutely not.
I was going to give you the context of the word, though. You took my
Okay,
phone.
go ahead.
Okay.
I can't.
Okay, so in studying this word out,
You studied it. I love you, man. Genuinely, I love you with my whole
It's not
heart.
just, oh, I Googled this and so it's cool. He's like, I need to go back and find what this means in the Greek and the Hebrew.
they actually have the Latin name here.
Come to find out, Thomas was scared of this word.
Doubting Thomas.
Yeah.
Because he was doubting he could pronounce it correctly.
Oh, man.
So that's the English. Imagine the Greek and the Latin pronunciation of that word.
The Latin word is sesquipedalia verba, which is actually ironically smaller than our English version.
And easier to say.
The longer version, the hippopotamus phobia, was coined by the American poet in 2000, presumably for a literary effect. So she created her own word. There's the funny part. It's not an actual phobia. It's not a recognized phobia.
I would hope not.
It's not a recognized medical condition or phobia in the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. Everything about this word makes you read long words. It's more of a social fear. It's more of a social...
Would you say it's a social construct?
social phobia.
That is insane. That beats any word that I could come up with at this particular... That is insane. Because literally it says hippo, so my brain instantly went...
It's not just hippo.
But
it's almost hippopotamus. It's hippopotamonstrossequipedaliophobia.
Prehistoric hippo. Nelly.
That word is from Nelly.
Yes. Yeah.
I thought you guys would like that.
That is insane. That is hilarious.
Boy side comment here. I'm out of stuff to drink for this jalapeno beef jerky.
Is it too spicy for you?
No, it's not that it's too spicy. It doesn't even taste like beef jerky. It tastes like straight up jalapeno peppers. Like I feel like I'm eating
I
jalapeno
disagree with
popper
you
with a
hardly.
different texture.
That's my new favorite, Jack Link's favorite.
Yeah,
that's
an
insanely good.
amazing.
Oh, I like it. I'm just saying, like it's.
It does. Maybe I haven't had enough of it. It doesn't kick for me yet.
No, it's not hot.
Do you need a hanky to wipe your brow?
I'm not sweating.
I got some water.
No, I'm not saying that it's hot. What I'm saying is, I feel like I've took a bite out of a fresh jalapeno. Like it literally, like it doesn't taste chemically. It tastes like an actual pepper.
That's Robert F. Kennedy. He came up with that flavor, and it's real. He's taking out all the seed oil. No seed oils.
No seed oil. That's real jalapeno. That's actually probably Sasquatch's diet. Jalapeno.
Jalapeno business.
That's why he doesn't exist, because all he eats are jalapenos.
You want to end this on a good note?
Sure.
This has been a great note. What do you mean? This whole
When the
episode's-
chicken crossed the road, he seen James Bond.
Okay.
The chicken looked at him and he said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Bond. James Bond." And James Bond looked at him and said, "What's your name?" And he said, "Ken. Chick Ken."
Yes. I love that.
We're going to start doing a joke segment.
I think
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Because they're stupid and they don't know any better.
Let's see the dummy on the other side.
when does a joke become a dad joke?
I wasn't done yet. Knock, knock.
Who's there?
The chicken.
Okay, now my turn. When does a joke become a dad joke?
I know this.
So, still
I
fun.
can't remember.
When it becomes apparent.
I think it's time to close this episode out.
Dude, I've thoroughly enjoyed this episode.
This has been great. I love this.
We got to bring Sasquatch more often.
I'm glad to be back, guys.
We missed you. I can't speak for Sean, but I missed you.
I started out last episode saying it'd be better if Ryan was here.
You did.
That's what I'm saying. Let's stick to it.
It's weird that when it's not the three of us. It is
Yeah.
weird.
Well, it was great being with you guys again.
Hit the outro.
Well, did you enjoy it? I certainly did. It was nice to have jalapeno Sasquatch sitting at the table here with us.
It's the best flavor.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Well, Don't forget to connect with us. You can see us at pulpitandpew@gmail.com. Meet with us there at Facebook. And we'll be looking forward to talking to you through PFYC. Make sure you keep up with those updates. Thanks, everybody.
See you, everybody.
See ya.